We thought we finally might have found it. A British-made boiler that could finally take on the gas industry. This is the Luthmore electric battery boiler, and it's aiming to be the future of space heating and hot water for our homes right here in the UK. They say this is cheap to run, it's eco-friendly and is the right solution for thousands of homes. So much so, it could even qualify for a £2,500 grant under that expansion of the government's buzz scheme, the boiler upgrade scheme. And what that means is it will make it less than half the price of an air source heat pump to install, and with that grant, it could even be cheaper to put in than a new gas boiler. This could be game-changing. However, we're not sure. This system looks like it is packed full of features, it's got loads of benefits, but from what I can see on the surface, it has some drawbacks, it has some challenges. So in this video, I'm gonna answer the questions: who are Luthmore, how does this product work, and also the big question, is this product the future of heating homes in the UK? Luthmore is a British battery boiler company that's been set up in Swindon, and they are a team of ex-Dyson engineers. These are the guys that brought you the Dyson V7, 10, 50 vacuum cleaners, those air wraps. Well, now they are looking to take on the problem the UK has, getting off gas.
So, it's a battery, it's a boiler.
Its principal objective is to replace gas boilers. Its competitor isn't a gas boiler, it's an air source heat pump.
Okay.
And it's potentially positioned as a better suited alternative to an air source heat pump. I don't think there is a product out there, and I could be proved wrong today, that actually trumps the convenience, cost, flexibility and simplicity of a gas boiler.
Well, yeah.
Emissions aside for a second.
Now, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, maybe you are one of the people that drops comments below that says we need to do more to install less gas boilers. And let me tell you, we are trying everything we possibly can to find an alternative that is better for customers, is cheaper to install, and that means that we have an opportunity to move customers to an eco-friendly product. And that's why when we get invites to opportunities like this, we are the first persons to put our hands up, jump in the car and go and find out what is going on.
If it could feasibly beat it by being a better product,
if it's
cheaper, or as
cheaper, it's better, it's quicker, it's cheaper to run. Give me that any day of the week. I'll sell tens of thousands of them a year. But when you're pitching alternatives, but look, maybe we're being too negative here because we know very little about this. Is this our opportunity now to find a product where we can say this is an alternative to gas and it doesn't come with any of the drawbacks? And if it is, bravo.
Big if.
It's a big if. Let's find out. We've got an hour yet, haven't we? We've still got an hour on this drive.
Within 5 minutes of sitting down with the team at Luthmore, I realised just how wrong I was. In that car earlier, we were chatting about how this product was a challenger to air source heat pumps.
It's pitched as an alternative to an air source heat pump.
Turns out it's not. The team here, they see air source heat pumps as the mass market adoption product, and where they see the Luthmore battery electric boiler fitting in is for properties where air source heat pumps are either not suitable or physically can't be installed. So that was a big shock, but it did pique our interest. Just how does this product work? Well, the team have explained this is a boiler the size of a combi boiler, but rather than having a gas burner inside, it has battery storage. Now, the actual capacity of those batteries is about 5.9 kilowatt hours. That's the storage amount. They get an additional 1.2, I think it was, kilowatt hours from the heat transfer, the heat recovery of charging and discharging those batteries. And essentially how this system works is the Luthmore charges up when energy is super cheap. It soaks up all that power, and then when you need it in your home, from, it deploys it to run your showers, your taps, your baths, and your central heating. And what this means is that the product tackles one of the biggest issues in the industry. Gas is 3 times cheaper than electricity, so anything that's going to heat your water or heat your home needs to be either 3 times as efficient or access energy that is 3 times less the cost. And Luthmore, they've got that solution. This is a wild amount of tech. How much will it cost? Will it need that grant to be viable? We'll find out later on. We were fascinated to learn more about Luthmore and the origins of the company. Like, where did they get this idea from?
Because I knew the problem about being able to draw that amount of power out of the mains electricity, right? Just 30 kilowatts, have boilers 30 kilowatts, you can't draw that from that. I thought, how to do it? How to heat on demand? Because I wondered, how big is a battery that stores the same amount of energy as a hot water tank?
Now, this is a key component to the success of taking on gas boilers. If you want people to adopt Luthmore's and they haven't got space for an air source heat pump, then you need to fit this product where your gas combi already was. And if it's going to be too big for the space, it's going to be a non-starter. But first glance, you could definitely fit this where your combi boiler is.
And got out the shower, looked up the data sheets that I've been working from anyway, added it all up and went, oh, well, that fits inside a combi foot.
So we're getting really excited, but I've got loads of questions for the team here. Now, Rob and the rest of the team were super helpful. They wanted to run us through how the product works. And the first thing we wanted to tackle is what happens if you run out of hot water, because this is a crucial component for anyone who has got a family.
It depends on your time of day, it depends on your inlet water temperature, it depends on what your flow rate is. If you're running at maximum power, you can sort of run for 20 minutes on your shower.
And that's great. Okay, you've got enough water for 20 minutes, but if you need more than 20 minutes worth of hot water, what happens? Because then you need to recharge that product with energy that isn't cheap. Well, they have a feature for that too.
If you find that you're running over that capacity, what will happen is you'll revert back to mains AC power. So you go back to 10 kilowatts off the mains. You're not going to run out of hot water, but your experience won't be as good.
Now, in my first house, I had an electric shower, and to be honest, I never really got on with it. It wasn't very powerful, and it wasn't very hot. And it's a big concern for me with the Luthmore. If I'm going to install one of these in my property, am I going to have that same experience all over again? Well, they had a test that taught me otherwise.
What we typically do is show you, electric shower for comparison. 10.8 kilowatt electric shower.
Is this measuring litres per minute, is it?
So yeah, I've got a flow meter on there. So you'll heat up to 40 degrees, probably go down to 5 or 6 litres a minute. It's a good demonstration because that 10.8 kilowatts is around what you could comfortably pull off your 100 amp fuse without taking up all of your available capacity. So we've got an electric shower there, but electric combi boilers are available at that size. The trouble is that gives you probably not a very great shower performance. It's slow to fill up a bath, and if you open a tap at the same time,
it drops.
And all of your performance goes away.
Someone screams.
Someone screams, someone gets in trouble. The Luthmore boiler can do up to 12.4 litres a minute with its 30 kilowatts of power. So we've got a shower running there. You'll see we're running much higher flow rate than the Myra shower. We can also turn on taps and still get good performance.
Now, the premise of this product is that it uses cheap energy to charge up those battery cells. That potential is stored, and when we need it later on in the day, it deploys to run those showers or those hot taps. But what happens if those cheap tariffs move out of market? There's lots of talk right now about these cheap windows moving from fixed periods to variable solutions. But chatting to Rob, the team are already thinking about this, and he had this to say. Do you see a future when you'll put in like agile dynamic tariff, half-hour settlement stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah, so really good opportunities to work with energy companies to make use of the lower prices.
Because you're less fixated then, aren't you, on that sort of window?
Yeah.
If there's opportunities in the day to recover it, you'll recover it.
Exactly, yeah. You can set your hot water and central heating temperatures here. If we turn on the central heating on the thermostat, turn up, you'll see the user interface changes. So we've got blue and yellow. We're actually making hot water and central heating at the same time. The hot water is coming from the battery and the central heating is running from mains.
Ah, right. This was the first stumbling block for us. We didn't realise that the actual central heating, the space heating in your property is not done by the batteries, which essentially means it's done at that electricity rate, which is 3 times the cost of gas. And at this point, we're getting a little bit concerned. Now, they did mention about this feature they had about boosting it.
We've also recently released a feature to do battery central heating.
Yeah.
So if at the end of the day you find that you've got some battery capacity left that's been stored on the off-peak tariff, you can choose a percentage of that to put into your central heating, so you can make the most use of that cheap off-peak energy that you've stored.
Again, on them dynamic ones, if you got a window at 4 o'clock where it recharged, you
Exactly.
can make an assessment to say,
Exactly.
we're going to run the heating on this.
Yeah. So it's all there. It's kind of a beta feature. We're going to look to expand that capacity you can put into the central heating and make that more intelligent as well.
So it looks like right now, unless you're not using all of that hot water, you are going to be using the mains to power your central heating. And unless you've got additional storage in the form of traditional sort of home solar batteries, you're not going to have a way to have more cheap energy stored elsewhere to deploy into the Luthmore. And it is a bit of an Achilles heel of the product. And it did pose one question to the team here. How much does it actually cost to run, and is it going to be any cheaper than a traditional gas combi if you put a Luthmore in? And secondly, how much does it actually cost to install? Well, the first one, the team jumped on a call to talk us through it.
In terms of running costs, these always depend, and it will depend on how well insulated your house is. Predominantly, our battery delivers gas combi performance hot water, and the majority of the heating is taken direct from the grid. However, saying that, if you have a smaller property with a lower heat demand, you can take benefit of the off-peak electricity rates available and then store that energy, so you can deliver that energy throughout the day in terms of your hot water, and it can complement to your central heating. But a definitive cost is very hard to say at this point.
And on the subject of price, well, the first prototypes are going into field on these trials, and they do have a retail price in mind for the product, and that is £4,500 plus VAT. Now, the VAT is the crucial component, and also that grant. Right now in the UK, energy saving products would typically come with 0% VAT. So your solar panels, your batteries, your air source heat pumps, you don't pay VAT. VAT is 20%. If you buy a gas boiler, you pay VAT. Now, the Luthmore has this same issue because it's not been officially classified as an energy-saving product. They're sort of stuck between two definitions of technology here, and it feels a little bit unfair. And to compound that expansion of the government grant scheme, the BUZZ scheme, the boiler upgrade system, is there to encourage people to move away from gas boilers, LPG boilers, on to these renewable products. And the Luthmore isn't technically classified as one of those extensions to that scheme. There's something called heat batteries. A heat battery qualifies for a £2,500 grant. Now, the classification for a heat battery is different to that of a boiler battery, and as such, it's not going to be qualified for the scheme, and it's getting punished twice here. You can't get the £2,500 grant, and you're going to have to pay VAT. Now, the team at Luthmore were telling us they are working really hard with policymakers, HMRC, to get both the VAT removed and to get this added on to the BUZZ scheme, and that would transform this product's appeal when it comes to price. We've already had that information about how much it costs to run compared to the gas boiler, but without this additional subsidy, really you are leaning on people who A, have no other option than to have a gas boiler, or B, who are purely green motivated to get into that wider market and to get much further adoption, certainly with our customers, if we had that grant and we had that 0% VAT, I could see this product going pretty wild in market. So we came away feeling really excited about this technology. It was brilliant to meet a British company that's developing new tech to tackle the issue of gas boilers, but what we weren't convinced about is the timing. If that product doesn't qualify for that VAT and it doesn't qualify for that grant, it is going to be sort of pushed to one very small part of the market. If that changes, we can see this expanding and we can definitely see appetite from our customers. So the search continues, but we will be staying close to Luthmore, and we've asked them, can we get access to some of these initial trials? Because we would love to go and see a customer who has the product. How are they getting on with it? Is it working for them? Would they recommend it to anyone else to take up as a technology to replace their gas boiler? Now, if you don't want to miss that video, what you'll need to do is check, are you subscribed to the Heatable YouTube channel? Because if you're not, you'll miss it. Now, if you've got any opinions on this product, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about this being a viable alternative to gas boilers, and would you consider it over an air source heat pump? See you on the next one.